Good morning and welcome to blackfilm.com. I'm your host today, Rouget Carter. Today I'll be talking about the movie Respect the Jux. I hope I'm saying that correctly, fellas. This movie
Jux,
is hyped
Jux.
up. Jux, sorry, Respect the Jux. I apologize. It's premiering tomorrow on HBO. I'm excited to see the movie tomorrow as well. So I have the pleasure of speaking to G.H. Goba, writer, director, and producer, and also first lead role. Congratulations, brother. Uh, Jamie Lincoln Smith. He plays Cat in the movie. So, gentlemen, welcome and tell me about this film.
Well, I
Go
mean,
ahead.
basically, it's a film that is based on an individual that is corrupted, coming to the United States, chasing the American dream. He takes the path of trying to accomplish that dream by going to school, going to the military, but only coming home to find himself back in despair, which is something that happens a lot in this society. You know, you try to do everything the right way, only to find yourself in the same space, doing things that you could have done without you taking on all these bills, all this debt, and all the stuff that America is preaching to us. So with that being said, this individual, he's become antagonized and ends up going back to that individual that he used to be when he was back home in his native country.
GH, do you feel this is more of an immigrant story or an American story?
Um, this is an American story because again, it all evolves around the American dream. You know, this is what we are preaching all around the world. You know, everywhere you go, whether you go to Africa, you go to Europe, you go to Asia, everyone is preaching this dream that you can come to America and just get the flow on, and next thing you know, you rich. When in reality, we are here struggling, man. We're struggling, especially in the city of New York. All we know is struggling. We the class, we the working poor class. You make $100,000 and you still poor. And and coming from New York, damn near at least 80% of the population in New York has a foreign background. It's either your mother or your grandmother. Somebody is a foreigner that came to this country and established themselves here. And you came along and they all had the same vision. Go to school and get a job. And that's not usually how it works because honestly, that's not the American way, man. America came about because they took it.
Amen. Amen to that. Uh, Jamie Lincoln Smith. Hey, brother, how you doing? This is your first lead role. What kind of pressures did you have in yourself to bring such an amazing portrayal to the big screen?
Pressure that I put on myself. I mean, I don't think I put any more pressure on myself than I normally do every day, but I definitely had more work to do. I would say that. So there was a level of more work, being that I had to take on more than I've normally taken on in the film and TV world. I've done lead roles on stage, but not in film and television. So I had to take on more work. It was a different part of my instrument that I had to use, and it was amazing, man. I got to play a Jamaican, which my family is Jamaican, so it was great. It was great. No pressure is bad pressure. You know what I mean?
Will they be judging you tomorrow when they watch it?
I'm sure they will be, along with the rest of Jamaica.
So I'm watching.
Hey, they want to know: Are you a real Jamaican?
Yeah, man, I'm real Jamaican. Yes.
There you go. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was going to ask that next. There it is. You can't just throw anybody into that role. You know, you got to have a little bit of the heart.
No, you cannot.
So, guys, I'm watching the screener. You know, I can't wait to see the movie tomorrow. But it has that belly feel, but on steroids. You know, that action pack, and then all that. I'm like, okay, this is what was missing. So, did that kind of lay the blueprint to create this movie, or did you kind of feel like, you know, we want to add the 2000 version of a belly kind of foundation? That's for you, GH.
Well, you know, basically, any movie that you do with a Jamaican element that is raw, unapologetic, you know, authentic, they're gonna definitely bring in the shatas, the belly type of feel, you know. But Respect the Jux, and I love those movies, you know, and I say that I wouldn't necessarily say that it's an influence, but it's in that genre. Our focal point in telling this story was to do things on the industry standard level. In other words, the same camera that they use to shoot Spider-Man. It's the same cameras we use. The same studios, the same production level. This is what we brought to the game, because whatever we did, we wanted to make sure that we were respected for doing it. You know, we wanted the respect from everybody. So this Respect the Jux may not be a movie for you, but you have to respect the quality of work that we have done, the talent that is in it. You know, like they look at Jaime Lincoln Smith and say, oh, does he have a name? Does he have a name? Yes, his name is Jaime Lincoln Smith. Is he talented? Definitely. Definitely. I look at this guy and feel like the next Denzel, the next Samuel L. Jackson, before Spike Lee got his hands on those guys. This is what we're doing. We're introducing new talent. We're bringing new people to the industry, and we're doing it our way. No, not being told how to produce content, how to put out content, or how to tell our story.
Jaime Lincoln Smith, how do you feel about that? You know, you got your director giving you all these props. How does it make you feel about what's about to come out tomorrow?
It makes me feel great. You know what I mean? It makes me feel how I'm supposed to feel. We put a lot of hard work into this film, you know, and that's the response I want people to have. The same way that the same way that GH has, you know, and that's why I work with him. That's why he chose me. So it feels great, and I pray, and it's up to the Most High that everybody responds the same way. But yeah, it feels great, man. I feel proud. I feel happy. I feel happy that he's happy. You know what I mean?
That's all you can ask for, right?
Right.
GH, for you, now you have Pusha T, who's an executive producer, and HBO picks this up. How did that happen?
Man, Pusha is my guy, and not only in the sense that, you know, we are affiliated, but when it comes to the music industry and business, Pusha is one of the best out there. If Pusha says he's going to do something, Pusha does it. If he says he's going to show up, he is a man of his word. And that is what I look for in people, especially if I'm going to do any type of business with them. And as far as being I credit Pusha as being the realest dude that I know that is in that music industry. He is that real. And anybody else that I know, I'm telling you that Pusha is real than you. That's how much Pusha means to me. So when I was doing this, I said, yo, Pusha, man, I need somebody that's going to keep this thing on track, who understands the business, who could be a great partner to us. And he was like, all right, bro, I do it. It was just that simple. I do it. So I showed him what we had, and he was like, you know what, man, I ain't never seen nothing this raw, this unadulterated, unapologetic, man. I'm with it. Let's do it. And that's how Pusha came about and got on the project with us.
And how did you get HBO involved?
Well, so I'm signed to United Talent Agency. So once we was done with the project, you know, I sent it to them. They blasted it out. You know, all these different distributors came in, and we ended up doing a deal with Samuel Goldwyn, who used to be Samuel Goldwyn MGM. Did a deal with them, and you know, these guys have access to everybody: HBO, Amazon, Apple TV, you name it. They're all on board. So that's how we got down with that whole situation right there, by way of the distributors.
And that's huge for you guys, I think. I think this movie's going to blow up. The fact that it has HBO on it, I mean, the sky's the limit for you guys. Jaime Lincoln Smith, tell me a little bit about Kat, your character, and how difficult it was to play somebody who was just like as GH says earlier, you know, trying to do so many good things, but at the end of the day, goes back to his old self.
Well, that's who Kat is in a nutshell. But I will say that you know, for me taking it on, it definitely wasn't. I relate, you know, to people coming to this country. Like I said, my family came to this country and has had hardships, difficulties, successes at the same time. So I used that, but I also had to dig in from the standpoint of Kat is different from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not somebody who grew up like that, or who, you know, was busting guns or anything to that degree, or selling drugs or anything like that. So it was somebody I had to use people that I knew, stories, people I could rely on, people I could ask questions on our team, on our film team. I mean, directors, other people on set, whoever I could ask to really dig into that world and make sure that I was doing that authentically. You know what I mean? So that was my challenge into the work. That was where my joy came in. But Cat, I think people are gonna love Cat, regardless of the lifestyle that he's in, because he's a charming dude and he's somebody that wants the same thing that we all want, you know, success, happiness, money, freedom at the end of the day, you know, freedom, and not just freedom that they grant you in this country. In this country, money grants you a level of freedom that people who don't have it don't have access to. So that's what he wants, and that's what we all want. So that's why I think that people are going to follow him, follow the story. Hopefully that's why Samuel Goldwyn and everybody else who's interested in it. But yeah, so that's who Cat is. Cat's gonna take you on a ride. Cat's gonna take you on a good ride. It's gonna take you on a ride.
I see so many memes and gifs coming from this movie. just the facial expressions and the action. So I'm telling you, man, it's gonna blow up on HBO. Tell me, guys, for both of you, what's the American dream mean to you?
American dream to me, what does it mean? I don't think it exists, honestly. I think the American dream is just the same. Like, what is the American dream? Like, is this country really something you want to say, oh, I'm dreaming of America? Like, I mean, really, what is this country doing for us, people of color? So I think the American dream, I don't have an American dream. I have Jaime's dream, you know, and what Jaime wants per se, and what Jaime wants to succeed, and how he wants to be seen, and the legacy that I want to leave behind. And I think that's my dream. And I think that we all should have our own individual dream. But as far as like, and maybe we as Black people should also have a dream for our race and the success of our race. But as far as an American dream, I don't believe in such a thing.
Okay. How about you, GH?
I mean, the American dream to me is pretty much whatever you portray it to be. Yes. And with that being said, in order, you know, we all come here and we all want a level of freedom. We all want a level of success. But we live in a capitalist society. That's just what it is. Money is what presents you with opportunity. It puts you in a different perspective. It puts you in a different environment where you can actually take advantage of the opportunities you want. The movie wasn't free. We had to pay. You know what I mean? There's so many different steps. For you to go see this movie, you got to pay. Everything costs a check. For you to stream this show, to get the show where it is today, there has to be some type of money spent. And that's what the American dream is based on. Being able to get to the money, man, and getting one of us in the right space where we can actually own our content, control our content, and reap the benefits of what we are doing from our art. That is all comes back to being free. Being free. And being free doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, you can walk from here to the store. It means that I'm free to do whatever it is I want to do. And in this country, for you to do whatever it is that you want to do or accomplish, you're going to have to work, earn some money in order to make it happen. And that's what they need to start preaching, that you got to come here and bust your ass, man. There's nothing for free. There's nothing easy. It's going to be a long way. So the American dream is how you depict it and what you're willing to do in order to accomplish that dream.
Thank you. Question for Jaime. Jaime, do you feel Jamaicans get a bad rep in America, or is there love, or is it balanced?
I think there's a lot of love for Jamaicans in America, even whether it wants to be admitted or not. You know, I think hate comes from love. I think those are the hate and love are on the same polarization. You know, they're on the same thermometer. So to love, you gotta hate, and vice versa. So I think that I think Jamaicans get a lot of love in this country. I think that a bad rap per se, not to my knowledge. Growing up, yeah, but times have changed. You know what I mean? Growing up, definitely it was a different story. But through the music, through the culture's influence, things have changed. So I definitely think Jamaicans get a lot of love. But of course, there'll be pockets of hate here and there, but nothing that affects me. Nothing that I feel I need to hide or, you know.
It's funny. My idea of Jamaicans was in living color, right? And they were just hardworking people. And I remember Jamaicans gotta go to work. And that's all I remember is like, hey man, I gotta go to another job. So that was always my impression of Jamaicans until I got to go to Jamaica and like eat the food, hang out in the culture and the people. And they're always just a loving group of people that just invite you in. So I always wanted to hear an opinion from someone kind of playing a Jamaican, also having a Jamaican background. How about you, GH? What's your feeling of Jamaicans in America?
I mean, like Jaime said, growing up, you knew Jamaicans for having 10 jobs and smoking marijuana. You know what I'm saying? And selling it. But now, look today, when you look at it, right? Once the government say it's okay for everybody to get it and smoke it and make money off of it, it's cool. You know, so, I mean, it's just crazy, man. But anywhere you go in the world, whether it be Jamaican, whether it be Jamaica, Africa, Trinidad, Europe, come on. We are very like kind people. We are curious. Mind you, this is how we even got into the situation we got into for treating people good.
Exactly.
You know, we treated people good, we invited it in, and then next thing you know, we had the book in our hand and they had the land, right? That's just how it goes. We are naturally nourishing, protective, kind people. So anywhere you go in the world that is black, the people are beautiful and they're going to treat you well. You know, the only thing is that they may not have the amount of wealth that we have in America. They may not have the same opportunity. But when it comes to a good heart, you're going to find good hearts in Jamaica, man. You're going to find good hearts in Trinidad, in Africa. Anywhere you find us, you are going to find good people with good heart. And that good heart is what causes our pain. And they know that. And even today, we live amongst people that did us bad. But what do we still do? We still embrace them and tell them what? We forgive them. Yeah. So, I mean, that's just propaganda. Jamaica's a beautiful place. Anywhere there's black people is a beautiful place to be.
So that was one of the things I just watching the trailer that I was kind of having a tough time dealing with it. But I saw there were layers of other stories there that makes Kat's character a lot more personable. Can you express that a little bit more?
Well, you know, I take that. When they cut the trailer, right? Mind you, the trailer is cut by the industry, right?
Yeah.
So when they cut the trailer, they just show you bang, bang, boom, boom, bam, bam, boom, bomb. Everything blows the hell up. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you about how Cat, as a character, is left by his mother in Jamaica for her to come here chasing a dream. And he has to survive there by himself without a father. They don't tell you that about him. They don't tell you about the fact that the mother got a visa, but the child don't get a visa to come with the mother to be protected by her. They don't show you that he's get taken advantage of and get corrupted by somebody telling him that he has to revenge his father's death. They don't tell you about the fact that he goes through school, and the first group of people that antagonize him are the people that look exactly like him. They don't tell you that he went to the military and he served in the United States government. They don't tell you that he ends up working at a supermarket sweeping floors while a guy that's outside in the streets doing the wrong thing come and throw money in his face. They don't tell you about how ill his mother is and how they're about to be evicted. They tell you none of that. All they show you is how he picks up the gun, boom, 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 boom. It's all actions. There's so many different layers within this. You know, there's a love interest. The amount of stress that his woman has to go through because he's out there trying to figure out how he's going to make it, you know? So when you watch the story, you get a totally different feel for Cat. Matter of fact, in the end, a lot of people shed tears. So this movie is far deeper. It's not a gangster flick. It's a story about a little boy that has to come to America and figure his way out. And he's already corrupted. So what else do you expect? If you know something well and something goes bad, don't you usually go back to what you already knew in order to survive? It's human nature. We all do it. And that is all he is. He's a human being, and he's trying to make it in America.
Well, and that, I'll take my hat off to you. I love how there were parts in that trailer that you humanize him. And, you know, and I think that's a tough time sometimes to, like, portray that, like, oh, you know, hey, he's a kid going through some things, some trials, ups and downs, but he's trying to do the right thing. And I think we all are trying to do that.
Indeed.
So, guys, we're running down on time. I want to thank you so much. Last question for you, but what we rocking tomorrow? What we wearing to the premiere? What we coming in?
Fly. I'm gonna say it's fly, baby, fly. That's all.
Hey, you know, it's crazy because a lot of people ask me that question, right? And Respect the Jux, there's so many different genre of people that's involved with Respect the Jux. You got the suit and ties. You got the white tees and jeans. You got the hoodie. Man, listen, man. Come as you like, but there's one rule. You got to be clean, clean, clean. You have to be super clean. That's the rule. You got to be clean. So if you're wearing a white tee, that better be the whitest t-shirt I've ever seen in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? They got to be the whitest. I got to say, damn, that's a nice white t-shirt you got there, you know? So, yeah, so just come super fly, super clean. Listen, man, everybody's invited. This is y'all movie. We did it, but we did it for the people. So however the people feel comfortable, let them come on. As long as you clean. That's the only rule. It got to be brand new. That's it. There's no other rules.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. That's our time. I want to thank you again to G.H. Cobes, writer, director, and producer of new movie Respect the Jux, and Jamie Lincoln Smith. I mean, this man's about to blow up, people. Pay attention. Pay attention.
Yes.
All right, gentlemen.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
All right, man. One love.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Be safe in New York, buddy.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm in the streets right now.
I see you. That's what I'm saying. Be safe, brother.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.